What's up, everybody? It's Andrew here. So I have been pretty sick for the last couple of days, and just I don't know what it's been, whatever, but really, really achy, like the worst flu-y kind of ache, like I can remember having in a long time, and really stomach sick. So that's left me not really able to sleep very well, home from work. So it's really not much I can do to feel good other than try to put a heating pad on myself and play a lot of Minecraft. So because of that, I've made a lot of progress. I wanted to share some of that with you here. So first things first, I've ended up having a phase 1.5, and that is just a nice way of saying I decided as I looked at things that I needed to do a lot of work that I hadn't really planned on doing. And that's actually been okay because it's so satisfying. It actually is what I want. So even though it's more work than I planned, I feel pretty good about it. So first things first, remember I had everything cleared out. I had the perfect circle cleared out. Well, what I discovered as I started to work with the actual tower was that the circle just wasn't big enough to give me quite the look I wanted to, of having the landscape gradually sloping down to this base here. So as a result of that, I needed to extend the circle by about 20 blocks and make a new diameter slash radius from there. And so as you can see over here, here's where the circle was, and over here you can see here's where the circle is now. And as you can tell, I've also been able to spend some time starting to put in the terrain. Now over here where I am right now, the terrain is just, there's nothing done. I've just cut this out to where I expanded the circle. But as we go along the side, you can see, in fact, if we get over here a little bit, speed up, you can see I'm still carving out terrain over here. But if you get over here, you can start to see that I've got the slope of the terrain happening. So again, I had to build all this from scratch, from flat ground. But I wanted to do that because I wanted to be able to have it done the way I wanted it done. By the way, little things like this are where I just kept, there was a natural cave here, and I kept the entrance, well, I'm not going to go down in there right now, but I kept the entrance to that cave. So you probably saw a little bit of updates to the tower over there. I'll get to that in a minute. So if we pull out a little bit, basically what this means is a circle that's going to be much wider in diameter, or I guess somewhat wider. But it's so that I have enough time for the landscape to slope in, and then I still have enough room to play around with this area here, where I want to put in more terrain. I want it to be heavily forested, so I'm going to plant all kinds of trees and just, mess with stuff like that. Okay, so there's that, and it's taking a lot of time, but also something that feels really, really good. This is really starting to shape up the way I want it to. So eventually, I will remove these red marker blocks, and I will blend all of this into the landscape. So it will just look like the natural landscape comes up to this point and then starts to slope down into this unnatural circle. Okay, so the next thing I was able to spend time on is the base of the tower, and I was thinking about a lot of different options, and I came up with this look for both the slope of the base, but then also on all four sides, you're going to have this massive stairwell and architecture. So you can see the inside. This is purely just detailing. Things look better in Minecraft when you try to add as much little detail as you can. And so that's an example of the stairwell. As you can see, I've had enough time to make a second one on the far side. And then over here, you can see this is what the completed tower base will look like on all sides. One exception will be the very tips here with the white blocks and the green blocks down there. I'm still marking that for an outline. But this essentially will be what the base will look like on all sides once it's done. And again, that's just the base, and we make the tower. But that's what you're looking at. Which I'm just gonna say myself, I think looks really, really awesome. Saying about my own creation, but whatever. It's just another way of saying I'm really, really happy with how that turned out. You can see here where I'm doing the initial work, and then you can see on this side where it's continuing with just my measurements and my outlines. This is my measurement of distance out to from the radius. I know what a radius is, but I don't know how to exactly say it in a sentence. Radius is the point from the center of the circle to its edge. Diameters from one side all the way to the other, right? And circumference is the way all the way around. Hey, if I'm wrong about that, leave me a comment, let me know, or send me a text. Anyway, so yeah, so then over here obviously is where I'm still. I just want to take one pass around this because I thought it's kind of neat to just see, in some ways, kind of the progress of all this that I've been working on. It's kind of see this sort of turn into my first staircase, and then where I, was able to, this is ultimately what I decided on as the ultimate design for the base of the tower. And you can see how that sets into the landscape here. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull all the way back here for just kind of a wide shot. And there it is. So eventually we'll have all kinds of little flora and down there in the base of this, of this circle is going to be bunches of trees and all that kind of stuff. But it's starting to look like something. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that update, and we'll talk to you later.